Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Jeopardize, and we're back with another episode, and we've come back with some upgrades. As you can see, the new MacBook Air M2, not the 15-inch but the 13-inch. So if you want a full-fledged review of this, hit me up in the comments and I'll try my best and give it to you. But in this episode, we're going to be diving deep into the ocean of foldables. And this foldable has been the talk of the town, a hot topic really lately. Everyone wants to get on the hands of the Pixel Fold. Truly they do, so I thought, why not me? So today we're going to be talking about the Pixel Fold. And Google I/O happened a month ago and they released it a month ago, so why not that? So let's start off with the core specs. We're going to be comparing it to Samsung's Z Fold 4 because it's one of the best foldables out on the market. Let's see if this can beat it by reading out the spec sheet. Now, if you talk about the cover display, it has a 5.8-inch FHD Plus 2092 by 1080 OLED panel with up to 120 Hz refresh rate. You have 1200 nits of brightness at normal conditions, but you can go up to peak brightness at 1550 nits, which is a lot. Then you unfold it, and that's when some of the problems start to come about. You have a 7.6-inch display, OLED panel, 2208 by 1840 OLED panel, 120 Hz refresh rate. But even though it's the same size as the Z Fold 4's unfolded display, you have extremely thick bezels. Even though it's like a first gen phone, when you unfold the phone, in my opinion, it looks like a tablet, a first gen tablet, a Pixel tablet with extremely thick bezels. Now I know it's not good, but listen, if you put the Pixel Fold and the Z Fold 4 folded and unfolded, you can see the Pixel Fold unfolded looks really good. The passport size, the thinness, around 12 millimeters thin, while the Z Fold 4 is pretty much thicker than the Pixel Fold. And if you put them side by side, you can see that there's a major difference in the screen size. The Pixel Fold is much smaller and more compact and thin, but as you unfold it, you have a complete different spectrum. You can see Pixel Fold has much thicker bezels. Z Fold 4 doesn't, even though they're the same screen size. Now, we talk about the hinge. The hinge, there's always a problem with the hinge, okay? You see that they say it can go up to 180 degrees, full range 180 degrees, but it cannot. I saw a video, Marcus Brownlee, I'm going to put it down in the description, and you can see that there's a problem with it. There's a problem in unfolding it. It does not go fully 180. It's a very solid hinge from what I've seen. But the thing is, you can put it at different angles, but as you fully unfold it, you're missing a 1 or 2 degrees, not by that much. Now, we move on to the camera, and the cameras are really good. We talk about the rear camera. You have a 48 megapixel quad PD, okay, with 82 degrees field of view. This is the wide angled camera. Then you have a 10.8 megapixel ultra wide camera with 121 degrees field of view. Then you have a 10.8 megapixel telephoto camera, 5 times optical zoom. Now we talk about the front cameras. Now underneath the on the cover screen, you have a 9 megapixel 84 degrees field of view wide angled camera, and the inner camera, which is surprisingly not an under display camera, so it must have better quality. And obviously because of the thick bezels, it's not an under display camera. You have an 8 megapixel 84 degree wide angled field of view camera. Now there are some camera features, they talked a lot in Google I/O. They talked a lot about AI. So you have rear camera selfie, which is fully unfold the phone, but you use the cover screen as a screen, so you can take better quality selfies. using the main camera. And they've also maintained the pixel aesthetic by using the same visor concept of the rear cameras in the the original Pixels. It's a Pixel 7 and 7 Pro. You have Magic Eraser, which is you erase, you crop some object, and Google's Magic AI will erase that completely. You have Photo Unblur, which is if you basically have a moving object, or if your hand is moving too much, and you press Photo Unblur by going to this the editing features of the camera, you can get a much more clear photo of your particular object. Now, video recording, you can shoot 4K at 30 and 60 FPS on the rear camera, even the front cover screen selfie camera, but in the inner one you have 1080p at 30 FPS, so you're stuck with that. Alright, now you have a power button which is acting as a fingerprint sensor, which is really good. The same thing, you have face unlock as well, and all that stuff. Then you move on to the battery. Now Google claims 24 hours of battery, which is really good, but that's just a claim, so I want to go back. I checked Marques Brownlee and MKBHD, and it says he used it. I think he's a very extremely intensive user, and his battery ran up to 4 hours. 4 hours of battery life. And that he said, he explained that he only used the cover screen the entire time. And he also said that the cover screen is an extremely beautiful cover screen, and it is one of the best cover screens on a foldable phone, and I absolutely agree with that. But the battery life is a serious problem. You have a 4821 milliamp hour battery, which is bad, and you have a maximum of 30 watts wired charging. You also have wireless charging, and onto the chipset you have the Google Tensor G2 chip, and it's really snappy on this phone. The thing works great, and the thing is, software wise, hardware wise, we can compensate some issues, but software wise it is really good. It's Google. What do you expect? It's Google. And so he said the software was extremely snappy, and I think I agree with it. Google Pixels are known for the software. They're not fully super engineered and all that stuff. And you have the Google Tensor G2 chip was really good. It was snappy and responsive, and they've made some software improvements as well, particularly for the fold. They refined the software particularly for the fold, and it's really good to see that they've added a little taskbar thing. When you hold up you swipe up slightly from the home slider, and as you swipe up really slightly, you can see you can get a little taskbar over there. And it could be because you have 12 GB of RAM, and with storage options of 256 and 512 GB. Now this is a really good phone. You have spatial audio, right? Stereo speakers, noise suppression, 5G, right? No headphone jack, that's getting pretty much common. Now here's the thing, it's available in only two colors, Obsidian and Porcelain, where Obsidian is a blackish grayish color, and Porcelain is a marble-ish or a white with the extremely light pink hue. I don't know a lot about colors, okay? You can take it from me, but overall it's a really good build phone. And something really funny happened to me. I was recording this video just yesterday, and while I was recording the video about the Pixel Fold, something really funny happened to me. A news notification popped up. It said the Google Pixel Fold already has screen issues, and it's only been 1 day. Now the thing was, someone's Pixel Fold had crashed in just 4 days, and the bottom 10 pixels went dead first. is what happened, and it was never dropped. The bottom 10 pixels went dead first, forming a white line of 100% brightness pixels that blazed across the bottom of the screen. So you get a little line. I will put that picture up, and that looks really cool. And okay, there's also a bright pink line once or twice, or it like darker, and you can see it was extremely dark across the what do you call that, the edge? No, the hinge, yeah, across the hinge through the screen. So there was very small dents and surface imperfections between the bezel and the screen protector. And yeah, be careful with your phone. I don't know what to say, but there's good stuff. They're offering a DIY repair kit for the Pixel Fold, and it's a partnership between iFixit that Google started with the Pixel 6, and the DIY kit will include genuine spare parts and tools, along with a step-by-step guide to replace and fix damaged areas. But the Pixel Fold, I don't know, it's really bad. You get screen issues. Okay, it's a first generation phone. I believe the same thing happened with the Z Fold 1. They had screen issues, but that's really disappointing. But it's okay. I remember the same thing happened with the Pixel 5. I remember while I was making that video, same thing happened. A news notification popped up. But that is it for today's video, guys, and we will be back. We're completely back, and it's gonna be great. Okay, if you want a full-fledged review of the MacBook Air M2 13-inch version, you should let me know in the comments. I will definitely work on that. Thank you very much, guys, and I will see you again.